when we moved in 6 years ago, the only one thing I wanted to do was paint the outside of our house. So we finally were ready to move forward with painting, and I decided to take a quick look around, and I found some spots of siding that were crumbling at the bottom. And we went back and looked, and unfortunately the siding that was on our house was not a good material to use. The builder assumed it was a good material, and then it turned out not to be. So we were able to contact different siding companies and get a good idea of what was going on and why the siding was falling apart after only about 12-13 years of having the house being built. And we were able to contact Craftsman's Choice and meet with Mark, and he was so great in explaining everything that was going on that was wrong with our house, what the cost would be to just replace certain pieces of siding versus the whole house in siding. And as a new homeowner or first-time homeowner, I just had no idea what to expect, and I really trusted him, and everything he said was so confident and reassuring, and we really felt like then we were making the right choice in moving forward with replacing all of the siding versus just repainting the house.
The cracked siding. We had certain cracked pieces when a storm blew through and pieces were cracking and warping and crumbling off the house in addition to the crumbling off. So we wanted to get just, I think it was probably a handful of pieces changed, and then it turned into, well, the whole, if one little bits are falling apart, the whole thing's going to fall apart. So might as well just do the whole lot of it. So that kind of was our catalyst to get it all done.
I think overall, just the magnitude of it, ever since moving in, we've had a handful of larger projects that we've accomplished. And because of that, you know, painting a house is one thing, but having your whole siding removed and prepped and primed and then put back on is such a task. Especially in the summer, we have young kids, so just making sure their safety running around outside, can we be outside, things of that nature. So I think really just making sure that we were ready for such a big project, and ready to really move forward and, you know, move forward with logistics of time frame and things like that.
To have a secure house that wouldn't fall apart on us in the next 20 years. Having the same sort of material, or at least the concrete siding that we thought was good, turned out not to be good. Having the same sort of siding put back on the house, that was probably our biggest reservation. But knowing about the difference in materials and what was actually made and the quality of it kind of helped push us in the right direction to get it done.
Again, just really needing a new coat of paint on the house. The paint was chipping. I actually have an uncle that is a contractor, and there were certain spots when we initially moved in that he fixed, but they were definitely patchwork jobs. He tried to match the paint, and some of it just, you know, it was still just slightly off because of the color of the siding and the wear, the sun and everything. So it really was just time to focus on the exterior of the house and make sure that if the paint wasn't up to snuff and then painting wasn't really worth it, if we were going to need new siding in 3 to 5 years anyways, it was time to put something as sturdy as James Hardie on the outside to really make sure that it would last for as long as we hope to be here for.
We had all the floors changed probably within the first year of us moving in. Our son had breathing problems with having old carpet and previous dogs and all sorts of stuff, so we decided to replace all the flooring as well. And the transparency between the actual contractor and what was going on, different problems that they had, and time frame constraints and things like that really affected our trust in doing another large project. But again, there was a great team, very transparent on what was going on. Issues arose and then were rectified. Very transparent on what was happening all the time, which was really reassuring and made us feel good about that at least.